There is not a single state in this whole republic of states that does not fund godless government schools with the hard-earned cash of its very own citizens. So there is no running away to another state where you'll be free from this. Additionally, regardless of the monetary cost, government schools do not ever want to produce Christ-loving Christians. So guess what? They don't produce them. The government schools do not ever want to produce Christ-loving Christians with a biblical definition of peace, joy, and righteousness. So they don't. They're actually quite good at what they do. Everyone's saying the public schools are so bad. They're excellent at what they do. This is their end goal. And we're missing it. And therefore, the government schools will cost you your child's soul. Everyone is wondering how we get out of the mess we're in as a civilization. I would contend that abolishing government schools and therefore the stolen, coerced funding for them from taxpayers would be one of the first steps towards a redeemed world and a redeemed future to the like of Deuteronomy 8, blessing upon blessing that we cannot even imagine. Deuteronomy 6, 4-9 says, "Hear, O Israel, the Lord our God, the Lord is one. You shall love the Lord your God with all your heart and with all your soul and with all your might. All these words that I command you today shall be on your heart. You shall teach them diligently to your children and talk of them when you sit in the house and when you walk by the way and when you lie down and when you rise. You shall bind them as a sign on your hand, and they shall be as frontlets between your eyes. You shall write them on the doorsteps of your house and on your gates. Teach your children, in summary, diligently of the one true God, his word, his Christ, his laws at all times." And somehow Christians hear this and think, yes, of course. Except during the 12,000 hours of intimate instruction we call education during their most influential years. Of course we should obey that text, except for the 12,000 hours of intimate instruction during their most influential years. This, my friends, is called disobedience. And God is disciplining us for such disobedience as we speak because he loves us. And therefore, as we grumble about the world, we should not be like the Israelites, rather think this is loving discipline. It's actually very helpful. Let's begin our wrap up with Colossians 3, 20-21, which says, "Children, obey your parents in everything, for this pleases the Lord. Fathers, do not provoke your children, lest they discouraged." End quote. This is a good example of why we are family integrated, side note, as this is an address to children who are, of course, present with the whole gathered church when this is being read to the church at Colossae. The address states, "Children, obey your parents in everything, for this pleases the Lord." This command solidifies everything we've said so far. Obedience to parents is rooted in obedience to God. If you let your child disobey you, you are training your child that disobedience to God does not matter, at least not part of the time.